Hello friends, this is Melinda with Mindy Marketing. Today we're wrapping up week 2 of how to use Canva for your business essentials. And today we're going to talk about how to use Canva to create branded social media posts. Let's get started. So we're here on the Canva home screen and we're in the free Canva account. And if you've watched my previous videos, you already know the 3 different ways that you can begin a project in Canva. But as a quick review, we're just going to go over them. You can go to Create a Design, which is where you will get a blank canvas that you can create from scratch. So you can add photos, elements, text, whatever it is you want, and just create it. You can also start here with templates, where Canva gives you many different options to choose from here. You can scroll down and see that there are a lot of different options for templates. Or you could start with photos. If you wanted to have a photo as the background for your post, this is a good place to start. And this is where we're going to start today. So we want to create a free post. So we're going to select a free picture by filtering that out, and we're going to search for flowers. And you can see that it gives me quite a few pictures to choose from here. We're going to go with this picture. And I'm going to choose Use in a Design. And it's going to say, well, what do I want to make? I want to create an Instagram post. And you can see that this blank canvas comes up, and then the photo is actually sized perfectly to fit the canvas. So my background is done. Now maybe I just want to add a few text elements. Maybe I want a heading and I want a subheading. There's some announcement that I'm wanting to make perhaps. And so let's space these out appropriately. Oops. There we go. And I want to add maybe some kind of a framing element. So let's go over here and find a square, and I can resize it by dragging it. And then I can position it in the center and in the middle. And I really need to adjust the transparency on it. So let's bring that down. That's pretty good. And I want to add my logo. And I store my logo in my uploads area. So here comes the logo. And I want to crop out some of this white space. And then we want to make it a little smaller. And maybe put it down here toward the bottom. There we go. Okay, so let's say this is my post. I've finished it. We need to give ourselves a little branding checkup on this post. You know, we've talked a little bit about branding before, and consistency with your branding is so important because you want your audience to know who you are when they see your post or your website or your brochure, whatever it is that you're putting out there. So we want to ask ourselves, have we used our logo? Yes, we have. Have we used our branding fonts and colors? Well, if we haven't, we could go right here to change that. When this is selected, you get all of your font element options here. So if I haven't used the right font, I can go in here and change it. I could even change the color. If you've watched my previous video on adding your primary branding colors, hopefully you have those right here like I do. I'm not going to change that right now because I like how the white looks against the dark background. So if we've used our colors, our fonts, our branding logo, and if our image is consistent with other branding tools that we're using, then we should be good to go. And at that point, we're ready to post this to our social media, which we can do either by downloading it here and then uploading it into our social media, Or if we've connected our social media accounts, we can actually go here to share, and we could post it directly to social media there. So here's where the next shortcut comes in. Once you've created your post, you know, consistency with your branding is so important, as I've just said. And so it's a really good idea to save your posts either as a template or, you know, save them in your recently used area so that you can access them again and you can just update it with content. That way you don't have to create a whole new post every single time, and you're using the consistency of the look because you're reusing the templates. You know, and you can even do simple things like just change a color to one of your other primary branding colors, for example. So in this case, maybe I want to create a title for this, and maybe I want to put 420 Instagram. Maybe that's what I want my title to be. And I want to make sure it's saved, so I'm going to go save. Now, if you have the Pro account, there's one little feature on there that makes templates a little bit easier, because you can actually save this as a template if you have the Pro account. It'll have a publish area up here, and you click that, and then you click to save it as a template. But since we're using the free account, we don't have that luxury. We have a workaround. So let's go home, and I'm going to show you the workaround. So if you go to all your designs, it's going to come up right here. It's generating it because we just created it, but I'm going to click it, and you can see it's going to take me right back to the post that I just created. So you'll have a little library there of posts that you can choose from, and you can just go and grab those, and then once you're in, all you have to do is go to File, and then go to Make a Copy, and it's as simple as retitling it. So let's say maybe now we're in May. We just want to retitle it to be May of 2020 Instagram. And then we just update the content or update the colors, but the template is already there and ready to use. So it can be super easy, and I would suggest that you create several templates for your library so that your branding is remaining consistent and it saves you time in the future instead of recreating your designs every time. So that's my quick tip for you, and I hope that you've learned a lot from this video, learned something from this video, and if I can be of service to you, please contact me if you have any questions. My email address is info@mindymarketing.com. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you stay tuned for my upcoming videos on using Canva for your business essentials.